What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of F1 2016 Mobile Career Mode. And today we are back at Monza for episode number 64 for the Tuscan Grand Prix in Season 5. We are, of course, back at Monza because Mugello is not in this game, and of course, later on in the season, when we're going to be coming back to Italy for the third time, which would be Imola, we'll have to come to Monza again. So after this race, we're going to go to Russia and then Germany, and then we're going to have to come back to Monza. So it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, with us trying to replicate the 2020 calendar. On screen now is some gameplay from the last episode, which was the real Italian Grand Prix. Be sure to check that out if you haven't seen it already. That was quite an entertaining Grand Prix, which involved us winning, but only just ahead of Lewis Hamilton. It should be another very close race today with the Mercedes, so let's just dive right into it, and hopefully we can get another good result to help us maintain our championship lead.
Time has come for the drivers to put all they've learned this weekend into reality. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix.
So we are P6 in qualifying after the results from Saturday afternoon. My teammate Max Verstappen lies in P4. We've got a Ferrari 3.5, and this time we've got Hamilton on pole instead of Rosberg to break Rosberg's pole streak, as we are now revving up to 5 red lights for the second race of 3 here at Monza this season. Lights out, away we go. That is not a good start. That was a slow reaction for me. I had to take my hand off the throttle pedal because I think I had to scratch my nose or something weird. I could have picked a better time to do that, as I nearly run into the back of Vettel as we reach turn 1. Thankfully, we haven't really lost many places yet, although saying that we are going wheel to wheel with Sergio Perez now, as we're heading through Curva Grande. The Force India is still on the left-hand side, though we're going to edge ahead. Unfortunately, Verstappen has managed to lose a place. I could go for the move here on my teammate, but I'm going to back out of that one. We'll go around the outside of Raikkonen, or maybe not. Raikkonen just about holds the inside, and for now he is going to keep P5. So Verstappen has managed to re-overtake the Iceman as we're heading through the first Lesmo. Raikkonen's completely spun Verstappen, and I've lost my wing. Oh my word, my teammate completely spun in front of me, and that has cost me a wing, and that means I will need to pit at the end of this lap. What an absolute disastrous start to this race. Oh, it was going so well up to that point. I'd managed to recover from a pretty poor start. We were just getting settled down into the rhythm of the race, and then all of a sudden Raikkonen spins Verstappen round completely into my path, and I just can't avoid it. There goes Hülkenberg, there goes Max. I'm not going to put up a fight, I'm going to be pitting now, and that of course means my strategy goes out of the window, and we're going to have to change things up for today's race. So we're going to come into the pits, we're going to go into a set of medium tyres, which is supposed to last 12 laps on paper. Let's see if we could maybe take them to the end. We'll see what the tyre wear's like. So in we come to change the tyres. 4.8, not bad considering it's a front wing change pit stop as well. And we've obviously come out in last place. We've got ample clean air to push, see if we can catch back up to the back markers currently in this field, to the likes of Gutierrez and Haryanto. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I've got some human contact. So thankfully it didn't take too long. We're at the end of lap number 3. Here's Marcus Ericsson, who's now behind me. I'm no longer the final runner in this Grand Prix, as the Swedish driver went wide through Parabolica, and I've now got DRS. Hold on, I've just got a team radio message incoming here. Let's just sit and play this. Yep, sorry, I just thought we had to have a radio message from Ronaldo there, as that seemed appropriate to squeeze in some Webby87 memes. Yes, I did watch his video, if professional footballers played F1 22. Anyway, we've got all sorts of carnage that's happening at the moment. It's just impossible to keep up with. I think that was Kvyat going wide, then we got past Wehrlein and Raikkonen and now Jolly and Palmer. So we're making really quick progress up the order, thankfully. We're up into P14. Although actually, there goes the manor. He's not going to be later than me on the brakes though, and we take the position ahead of the German into the first corner. Next up, Kevin Magnussen, the Danish driver driving the Renault. We're on to lap number 5, and this is for P13. So this is a pretty promising comeback, especially because some of the guys who are currently leading the race, I think there might even be a Toro Rosso out front or something. That's just because they haven't made their pit stop yet. Up the inside we go with K-Mag. Of course, seems to be having a new teammate next season, Nico Hülkenberg. Yeah, I'd better stop this. This is just not very good. We've got Force India in the gravel there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll see if I can get a replay of that and put it on screen now, as we just slide up the inside of Romain Grosjean, and then we've got... Was it Grosjean? Yes, it was. I don't know what happened to me then. It was Grosjean. We've got Esteban Gutierrez coming up next. I thought about sending it on the Mexican driver, but then I decided to back out and be sensible. We're going to go up the inside of Alonso and Gutierrez now, though, into P7. And now you're going to see something we've not seen in a long time. The safety car is back. I think that's the first time this season we've seen it. And there's somebody in front of me who has retired the race because we've been promoted into P6. Obviously, when the safety car is deployed, it's usually always a Mercedes. But the question is it Hamilton or Rosberg? I'd preferably like it to be Hamilton, because that would help me for the championship, seeing as Hamilton is my closest rival rather than Rosberg. We've got the Sauber pulling into the pit lane now, following the safety car, and we are back to green flag running here at the Tuscan Grand Prix. We've got Kvyat setting the fastest lap of the race. That is of course glitched, because the safety car will just teleport you right to the back end of the queue. Here we come at the first Lesmo. There's always somebody going wide here. Vettel's lost it. I knew there was something that was going to happen. I just saw a car go wide on the minimap. And then as we come past, we see Sebastian Vettel facing backwards in Ferrari's home race. What an absolute disaster for the prancing horses, because Raikkonen was right down at about P16 as well. We get past Sainz, although we do have to very sharply pull out of the slipstream. The AI aggressively weaving, but forget that, we're onto the podium. We've got Sergio Perez up next, who's now pitted, and it is indeed Nico Rosberg in the lead. So it was Hamilton to retire the race, as now I've actually decided to make a second pit stop. We're going to go back onto a set of super soft tyres to do the remaining laps of this Grand Prix. 2.4 seconds. Why is this pit lane glitch occurring? It always seems to happen at Monza. It's really frustrating that, you know, I end up losing time. I lose loads of positions because of it. You know, I could be so much further down the road now, and because of that silly glitch as well, I would have been comfortably ahead of NASA and Alonso. So I'm just trying to struggling to get the car through the first corner, to be honest, because I was on those cold tyres. You might see a little bit out of shape over the sausage curb as we're heading through Cova Grande for the 9th time out of 13 today. Look at the gaining speed already on the Sauber. We're going to go down the inside and on Alonso as well. That's a double dive bomb. Very nicely done, and we've got one World Championship point against our name now. Yeah, I'll stop taking the piss out of people. There's Verstappen. He's right at the back. Oh, so now it's all down to me to get points, because if Max is a lap down, he is a long way behind in this Grand Prix. Really unfortunate for our Dutch teammate. We've caught up to Gutierrez again. We're going to get past Gutierrez again. We won't even need DRS. We'll get it done before the DRS becomes activated. And we're up into P9 now. We've got Sergio Perez, his fellow countryman of Gutierrez, of course, the two Mexican drivers. We go to the outside and we plough past Checo up into P8 on lap number 10. Moving over to lap number 12, we've got the two Renaults, both very high up considering where that car lies in the performance index in P6 and P5, but they're spending far too long battling each other. Magnussen and Palmer are now glued to each other. That's going to allow me to slip on by up the inside of both of them, and I'm up into P5. So this has been a very good recovery drive, as we're now on to the final lap of the race. Massa has gone wide, and I'm going to go up the inside into the second Lesmo to see Rosberg in third. Hold on. I'm now into P4. Rosberg is third. Does that mean we are about to see a shot winner? Because both Ferraris are behind me. Verstappen's behind me. Valtteri Bottas wins the Tuscan Grand Prix. Wow. Hold on a minute. I did not expect that. I kind of only twigged it in my mind that Hamilton would be out when I saw Rosberg in third. I knew Verstappen was a lap down. Both Ferraris were behind me. So we've got a shot podium, and Valtteri Bottas has won for the first time since I was driving as him last season. as I hold on for P4. That was a good comeback drive after losing my wing on the opening lap. Wow, what a race that was. There's the results from the Tuscan Grand Prix. Jenson Button is P2, just behind Valtteri Bottas. To be honest, I'd almost rather see Button win the race after we've won plenty with Bottas last season, but it doesn't matter. That's still a very, very exciting podium. Rosberg was third, then it was myself and Massa. Felipe Nasr gets even more points for Sauber, and it was indeed Lewis Hamilton, the sole driver, to retire the race. It's just Arianto and Wehrlein yet to feature in the top 10 so far this season. Felipe Nasr doing very nicely in P14 for the Sauber outfit. Valtteri Bottas, of course, jumps into the top 5 after huge points today, and somehow I still have a 17-point lead in the championship, despite both Mercedes having a front row lockout and being miles ahead of me in qualifying. Anyway, I guess you've got to take it sometimes. In the Constructors, we're still 67 points behind Mercedes. That gap's kind of staying pretty stable. We're not really catching them, but they're not getting further away. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Both links are in the description below. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers. And until next time at the Russian Grand Prix, goodbye.